this podcast right now feels less real in my own world. You know, I don't know if that maybe I feel less real right now.
Yeah, probably just you feel less real.
That's
It's funny because the fact that we do these podcasts on Sunday causes a lot of the podcasts to be hangover podcasts.
Yeah. Which can be an issue
And
sometimes.
Can be it's
Normally,
a double-edged sword.
Normally I'm not really.
Because sometimes when I'm hungover like this, I'll say even more like brain dead shit, which is good.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's whatever, yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, oh, and it's like really not connecting, and that's not when it's good. It's double-edged sword.
I think as well. Like normally my brain's pretty fine by the end of the night, because I don't get really my hangovers aren't really like.
Mine are pretty severe now.
I don't get hungover at all. It's just I don't want to do anything. Okay. So like I'm just like, okay, I'll just go like.
Mine's really more just a physical hangover.
Yeah,
I'm still pretty motivated to do things. I'm actually sort of even a slight bit more motivated because I feel like I'm in like a really deep slump, and it's like the only thing to get me out of that slump is to get moving.
My if I'm having a slump like that, my slump ends when I'm just like, just go the I'll just rule out that day, and tomorrow's a new day, sort of thing.
Okay, so this day is just a spin.
Yeah. I'm very good at being able to be like, nah, day's over. We go again tomorrow. I'm one of them fellas. Wow. Okay. I'll just lay on the couch, order some food, and be like, fucking.
Yeah.
Why does everyone hate me?
Why do I feel like this today?
Please take me away.
Take me away.
But yeah, this week still doesn't feel like today hasn't felt real to me in general. Before we say hello everyone.
Oh yeah, hello, welcome back to another episode of ScumCast, episode 42.
Gang.
Yes sir.
Gang.
And the moral of the day. I can't even do it. We were just listening to some Dave.
Yeah. Don't die from Nyash.
We were just listening to some Dave, and one of the bars that he had was, "Don't die from Nyash," and he kind of extended that Nyash. And that's the moral of the day. Don't die from Nyash.
You can't be dying from Nyash.
Which is really a good moral.
It's a positive statement.
I'd say when are you right to die for Nyash?
Can you ever really die from Nyash?
I like asking the reverse of the question. So like, when is it right to die for Nyash?
I think maybe
if the Nyash is like the love of your life.
I think maybe
if she got, or if she just has that like killer Nyash.
I think maybe if Nyash is like a somewhat of a systematic oppression.
What? Then
maybe it'll be alright to die from Nyash.
Oh,
as like a good of the story, like you know, you died from Nyash.
1984 shit. Like I'm pretty sure that's title.
1984 is a book. Yeah.
Like if they were just like if they're like you can't like you can't fuck a chick. If they banned it, and then
I wouldn't.
And if you get caught fucking, you die. Would you die for the Nyash then?
I'd be dying for Nyash. I'd be dying for the Nyash.
I've been dead at 14. Maybe earlier.
Everyone's dead. Like, imagine how quickly you'll die. Like no one wouldn't be alive. Well, you wouldn't be able to recreate. That's the problem.
No. But if it was like a systematic, if sex was a systematic thing, where like I said in the book, like if it was like when you reach the age of like 20 or something, when you're at your most fertile, I don't know, your most fertile days,
between 20, you'll be in your 20s sometime.
Yeah. Anyways, if
later 20s.
If they was to get you to just perform and act with just a random person or whoever they select you to, like maybe they check your genes and go, you're best fit for this person to have a kid with them, and that will. You know, cross out all the bad and the good, whatever.
Get all the bad genes out.
Yeah. Anyways.
Gingers would be first to go.
But you can't, like...
They'd be gone, wouldn't they? How quick do you think gingers would go?
Maybe they'd want to produce more of them. Maybe the person that leads the country is a ginger.
I don't think anyone wants to create more.
Gingers are alright.
I'm kidding.
You just... You know what?
I was making... I'm sorry.
Do you know what it is?
I apologize to all gingers. I was joking.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I think this is a sort of... projection of his insecurities because his beard is orangey.
Yeah, I was born ginger.
Oh jeez. Ugh.
I was born ginger. Like it was a self-deprecating joke. See, now you're the one getting offended by this. You're like being like, well, weren't you on your high horse like 2 seconds ago?
I'm always on my high horse.
No, you just fell off.
My anything I say becomes the new like moral right. That's how I see it, at least in my head.
But like, yeah, I get what you mean. Like, if they were to take away if they were to take away sex,
if they were to take your leisurely nyash,
but no one's taking my nyash. I die for the nyash.
I die for the nyash.
But that's what I mean.
But my point in our world, in our reality, there's no point of dying for the nyash.
My point though was that the nyash, I think if the nyash is like a systematic problem for people, it's okay to die for the nyash because you were doing a good thing for the greater deed of fighting against the nyash.
You were doing a service to fight against the oppression of
and you took your life. You were strong enough to be like, I stand for.
You were like, I'm willing to die for something.
So in that case, I would say Dave is wrong, and you should be dying for nyash. In that case,
a dystopia.
Yeah, but in the real world, I don't think you should be dying.
Right.
You shouldn't be dying from. You shouldn't be dying. You shouldn't be dying from nyash. Definitely not in 2021. Nyash is it's long gone.
The way I think about it is, what if shit, how do I explain this? What if like you didn't mean to die for the nyash? You just thought the nyash was accessible, and then you didn't realize that the nyash had something attached to it, and then that thing came after you and killed you.
I think what Dave is trying to say in that song though is you have to be aware to what.
Yeah, don't die for the nyash.
No, you can't. So you can't. I don't think he's trying to state that you cannot accidentally die from nyash. You should be aware. No, he's saying you should be aware. Don't die from nyash.
Okay, but what if someone lies to you?
He's like a stern teacher.
Okay.
Don't die from nyash now, Rash. Don't be dying from nyash.
Rash, don't die. That might be the moral of my story. Don't die from.
But that's what I think Dave is trying to portray. So you shouldn't. I don't think you can. In his world, he's saying that's why it's such a sick bar. You see.
Yep.
It's because he's saying you have to be aware enough of the nyash.
Okay.
Because he's then stating the problem with society and how unaware we are of the nyash.
Right, and how much it affects us as human beings.
Yeah.
How the nyash is actually just basically the gene selector.
Yeah. I'm actually going to look up the lyrics. Because I want to see what like is actually around it now. Okay, and I also want to know how to spell nyash.
I feel like it's Nyash. That's my thought.
No, it's just don't die for Nash. Nash.
But he said nyash.
Well, according to
maybe they don't understand.
Maybe they don't know.
Don't know the slang. Jeez,
yeah, like they'd spell still. STILL.
Still.
It's not. We've got a Y in there, bro. Do you not know?
Or like too easy. It's obviously too easy.
It's not. It's obviously the number 2. Like what the fuck? That's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But what does he say around dying from nyash? Don't get caught for puss. Don't die for nyash.
Yeah.
You can't be down for nyash. He's saying you have to be aware to the nyash.
Puss.
Yeah, don't get caught for puss. We slide and crash. 16.
No, but that's
don't ride and clash.
That's a double metaphor. The first one was it?
Don't get caught for puss.
Don't get caught for puss is a double entendre. He's saying like don't get caught being a pussy as well.
Yeah. And don't get caught chasing pussy.
Davey's like
it's almost as if like, whoa, did you clock that? Did you? I've got my Fantano shirt on. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually gave it like a 5, and I don't respect that.
Fair enough. Wait, it's a 10 when it's a red shirt, right?
No,
red flannel.
So it's like 1 to 2. Flannel?
Oh, okay.
Yellow is 8 to 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so he's like basing it on colors and kind of the.
Dave was blue. I don't know if it was Dave. Might have been a blue, and I don't know what that means.
Isn't that like mid?
Mid.
Man, look.
Definitely a mid podcast.
Get us off the streets.
No, it's like at the end of the day, I like Fantano because I think he's like I just like his opinion, but I don't think he does anything wrong. He just has an opinion on music. I don't think he does much wrong. But like his score-based systems are stupid because it's like
it's not music.
He don't know because
music can't be based on a metric. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
I
understand.
understand.
I understand opinions as well, but like
I understand when people go, oh, the chord structure, the progression of it, how everything's actually produced, put together, just really everything. Like I guess he looks for more complexities in terms of like actual musical like.
No, but he doesn't sometimes like because like for an example like swimming has got a 3. And
Wait, what?
Yeah, swimming's got a 3.
Okay, then I'd look Fantano.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I respect you and I respect your videos. I just don't know if I could say that swimming is a.
That's 3. What I mean. Yeah, my favorite album ever is a 3. So I don't think like I said, he's not giving. He gave Psychodrama like a 4.
I haven't. You know what? I haven't even checked. I haven't even. You know what? I'll make my real opinion on Fantano when I check all his Drake album reviews.
His first couple albums were really good. I think he got a yellow thing on one of them. But I think on Scorpion, so I think he got a red maybe.
Jeez.
Because Scorpion was trash.
I don't think it was trash.
But worst Drake album?
Yeah,
worst Drake album? For sure, like worst.
And that's why I know that CLB is going to be a classic.
Really? So you think he's making a comeback?
Oh, he's been really like, he was supposed to release this and then he like backtracked and like had to like it. And Drake doesn't usually do that, so like.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm interested to see.
And with the Kanye thing happening as well, and that's a little bit of a.
I'm interested to see. Yeah, Kanye's taking it up a level as well. Kanye's playing up for like Kanye. Like is just everyone's chatting about him.
Did you see?
He's got the world chatting about him, which is fair play to him. Like just hanging around in the fucking stadium like a fucking.
Yeah, and just doing random shit, bringing in random artists to just like chill there and wearing like
in that fucking cave little thing like that he's got going on. Like yeah, he's a fucking.
He's copying Kenny.
Oh yeah, he's like damn. But yeah, it was just he's got like everyone talking about him right now.
Yeah,
and I guess that's what he likes. He likes.
That's his forte.
Yeah. I'm interested. I think I'm having more faith in Kanye's album being really good than Drake's. Mainly because I like Kanye more in terms of musician.
Nah, I feel like more just so you like talking shit about Drake.
I like that as well. But no, I genuinely do like Kanye more than Drake though as well.
But would you agree that Drake is surpassed Kanye?
No, I don't think any. I think Kanye's
in numbers.
Oh, numbers, yeah.
But I feel like Drake surpassed Kanye in terms of.
Mate, you can't just say that though. It's just like.
But in terms of,
you can't ask me a question. Why? Yeah, but like you can't ask me a question that is just true.
No.
Do you feel like he's passed my numbers? Well, I can't say he hasn't because he has.
Well, usually when I speak, I try to finish my sentences, but people butt in and give me their answer.
No, that was a question. That was a question.
Yeah, and then you know what? It just ain't worth it, bro.
Yeah, no,
it just ain't worth it. I'm just like what ain't worth it when you go out on a fucking night out.
I'm just so good at getting under your skin about Drake. You just don't know. You don't know how to handle it. I'll do it no matter what.
I don't. Yeah,
and you can't handle yourself. You can't handle yourself. You're like.
I listened to a Tyler interview today, and he talked about how much he like just cares about things, and that's what made him succeed. Is like he just genuinely cared about wanting to like become a better artist. Cared about it, like obviously put in action, but like that's. He cared so much that it drove him to action.
And you just care about Drake's asshole.
I care about, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I need it. Oh,
Father.
Oh, take care of me, Father.
Oh, you've taught me everything. Father.
Yeah, because like, you don't normally get angry until like, but that wasn't even, but yeah. I do a bit.
No, I got angry because I tried to finish my question, but it wasn't worth it after. I was going to say, I think he's passed him artistically as well. Because yes, Kanye is an innovator, but Drake also is an innovator. And he tries other things that Kanye doesn't really.
I think Kanye is pretty much done any.
Kanye, I understand that Kanye's a producer as well. So
what Kanye can do, what he can't do. He like Kanye. No, Kanye just makes the uncool cool. That's all his goal is ever.
So does Drake.
No, he doesn't. He hops on what's cool.
No, he's made plenty of waves himself.
Nah, yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He used to. He doesn't make waves anymore. Drake does not make any waves anymore. He hops on waves, which is fair. No, I'm not gonna get angry.
I don't think he's hopping on waves.
I think he does. Is there no chance?
The only argument that I hate with you is this one because you go hopping. It's not hopping. It's like. For example, let's start saying you love football.
You didn't create the wave.
Wait, hold up.
You didn't create the wave.
Shut up. you playing football,
Yeah.
and you start see someone doing some crazy skills,
Yeah.
and you go, no, I'm gonna stick to mine. You're never gonna try that skill.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna try to implement something new. You're not gonna try a new thing.
I also don't discredit him for that.
That's the artistry.
No. I don't. I also don't. No.
It's like going, wow, that music's sick. I want to do that too.
Yeah, but you're taking that, and you're just taking the term of hopping on as a negative thing.
Because it is. It comes off in this society.
Okay, so I'll tell you this. No. I'll tell you this. Okay, so say for an example, you are part of the wave, and you're like, damn, that wave looks cool. I want to go surf it. Yeah. Or would you rather be the thing that created the wave?
No, because a lot
of No. What would you rather be?
What?
Would you rather be the creator of the wave, or would you rather hop in when it looks cool and you're going to? I'd like that kid. That kid doing his crazy skill moves. I don't go fuck. I want to try and do those skill moves. I probably will. I probably will try to learn those. But you know what makes me want to? I want to make my own skill move.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And I find that cooler.
Yeah. Okay. I find it cooler being able to do both.
Yeah. Because
there are some people that make a wave and are stuck in that wave because they think this is the only thing I should do.
So you think Kanye's stuck in a wave?
No, I'm not saying Kanye specifically.
That's what I'm saying though. Yeah, but
your question was if I was to choose between the two, I'd rather be the one that hops on shit. Because if you're hopping on shit, at least you have the capability to adapt constantly.
I'm creating unique. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have something unique.
Yeah, but depends on I'm saying I'd rather have both. There's no
100%. No but that's what I'm. But so yeah, I agree with you.
You're not really an artist.
No, I do agree with you. I think obviously you prefer to have both. But then so then we relate that to the Kanye and Drake, and Drake conversation.
Yes, and they both do both.
Yeah. Kanye
in
my opinion, Kanye consistently is trying to create new waves, where Drake stopped doing that a while ago. Drake isn't starting waves no more. Drake isn't throwing
because he has his own wave.
No,
there's a Drake type of song.
Yeah.
So how are you saying that's on his wave?
So he's just still chilling on his wave.
No, but he's trying different other waves and he's forming.
Okay, so Kanye's standing there making all these different waves.
Bro, are you kidding?
And then hopping on them.
You think the music that Kanye made, there wasn't something similar to that
100% he has inspirations, 100%.
Well, then what the fuck are you talking about?
But that's the way I look at it, right? Is this I see Drake, and I don't disrespect Drake. I think he does, and I think you're right. He does have that. I just think what is cooler is the creation and that innovation of something, which I think Kanye does way better.
Okay, in that sense, yes, but I feel like the adaptability of Drake is better than anyone else's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which to me is what defines an artist, is someone that progresses through time and adapts to everything constantly and keeps evolving and keeps elevating and keeps being the best.
I think the idea of an artist is to create things.
Yes.
Because I would say
and creating is also indulging, being a part of things, evolving through other people as well.
About art. Think about like painters. Okay. They all have their styles.
Right.
You don't really see great artists going around copying other people's art style. He stole. But like
he didn't steal. He didn't steal. He would look at things and he was the Drake of painting.
Yeah, and that's why he's whack.
Okay. True.
No, I'm just saying he's not as. In my opinion, he's not as much of an artist. Like my idea of it is
I'd say he's more of an artist.
I see that.
I say an artist
is crazy.
because
I think artistry is about creating something unique and different.
Okay,
and being different.
Would you
say? I prefer the act of doing that at the beginning than like I understand. I still think adaptability is in something to be looked up on. I think it's good, but I'm just saying I prefer. I can tell the difference between the two, and I prefer.
All right, I'll ask you a different question then.
Sir,
who's a bigger artist? And when I say artist, I mean
when you say bigger, like what again?
Every sense. Every sense. Just grander, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Childish Gambino or Kanye?
Childish Gambino.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Because
he does everything.
Yeah. And yes, some of the things that he does are from some other things are very much inspired, and he isn't as original.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Yeah.
But he's more of an artist than Kanye.
I'd argue that he is. I just don't think his like actual music production in the world of music isn't as good as Kanye's, and his rapping ability and actual
his singing ability is 10 times
better. Yeah,
and his ability to make other sort of music.
His song, he isn't as good as making a song as Kanye's. In my opinion, he's very fucking good, but like he doesn't have some of the absolute tunes of like Kanye.
Redburn might be like one of the best songs of all
Oh
time.
no, like he does say, I'm not denying that he is very, very good as well, but that is so safely. But like he then is just like a funnier person than Kanye. He's a director. He's an actor. He does whatever the fuck he wants. And those things are very individual, especially for someone in that. Like,
and not that Kanye doesn't do heaps of other fucking shit. He definitely does.
Yeah,
but
bro, he's got a podcast. He did a podcast with Joe Rogan. So cool.
I mean, I guess, but no, he wins. Yeah,
he wins.
I think that should
Did you see Joe Rogan go into some shit this week again? Like he was people causing beef with him because like he was like saying some shit about like vaccines, and apparently like the like
oh my God.
He was talking some shit, and everyone's like,
people are taking Joe Rogan as a like.
Oh yeah, people love to take him as like serious. Hey, like people are like, how was he just talking? How are people listening to this guy? Maybe because he just fucking doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly the reason that they listen to him.
Yeah. And it's just like, do they not understand that he doesn't give a fuck? Like, he like loves...
I think they don't.
I think that, and it's mental. It's mental to see that because it's like...
And the other thing is...
He's a comedian.
Not only that, but how are you expected not to slip up when you record that much?
Yeah, I just don't get it.
How are you not like?
I don't get
you're gonna slip up.
Yeah, I'm not even the biggest Joe Rogan listener anymore. Really, I don't.
I've been listening to a lot of John Peterson lately. His podcast.
Yeah.
Because he just gets a lot of like lecturers like.
Did you see the North Korean girl with Jordan Peterson?
No.
Oh, Yeomi Park or something. I think. Might be the wrong name. Anyways. She escaped.
So he had.
She escaped North Korea.
North Korea. Have to give that a listen.
So I watched the Joe Rogan of it. I haven't watched Peterson because apparently she went on Peterson first. But so she essentially escaped when she was like 13, and like she's now like she had to like learn obviously like a completely different like way of life.
Yeah, way of life.
One crazy thing in Korea, they do it in South Korea as well. When you're born as one. And then on that next January, if the 1st, you're 2.
Oh.
And then next year, you're 3. Everyone has the same birthday in Korea. It's on the 1st of January, and that's how old you are. It's crazy. So if you're born on like December the 25th, you turn 1. And if you are born, then next week you're 2. That's crazy, hey. They do it in South Korea as well. It's not just North Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
how old you are. Mind. That's completely different like way of living. Hey,
that like you hurt my head a little bit.
Yeah. That's
just feels so illogical. I mean, like us trying to count time, anyways.
Well, for them, I think they just see it as a waste of time. They're like, well, birthdays. I imagine they don't care about birthdays. Mm-hmm. They probably see it as just like that's just it's a way of grouping people. Okay. Like, oh, you're the 1999 era. You're the like so it's a lot easier that way. Okay. But like I imagine, I don't know, like it's crazy. It's an interesting perspective. Crazy. But she was also like explaining like how nowadays like she gets confused here or in America because like she was like the people that are around her are now becoming more like what Korea is. Like
because she's been in like a control control totalitarian. Totalitarian is
a hard one. Hey, there's a lot of T's now.
Imagine
having to start with that. Yes. Totalitarian.
Timmy. So she's been in it her whole life, and the fact that she's seeing the early sort of like signs of it.
Oh no, she was born. I mean, she's still quite young, but she also in North Korea they like apparently they like just don't feed you enough. So
you're malnourished.
So essentially, I didn't realize the number one, like the first thing to do as a dictator is apparently to start underfeeding people, so that most people don't like even think about rallying against you, because their first thought is, where's my next meal?
Yeah.
It turns them more animalistic.
Yeah.
So
become more instinctual.
Yeah, so people are like easy to control because they're so.
Okay, cool.
That's number one rule.
Mm-hmm. What's next?
Then it's like you're kind of winning at that point. So if you succeed in that, I think you kind of just have it.
Then you change the human rights.
Yeah, then you take
them away.
Then you take away things like the internet. You can't have that. Like that. You can't.
No, you place restrictions and you take things away, and you say it's for a good reason.
You know what you do? You tell the story of like your neighboring countries, and you say these people want to be us.
Look at these people; they're a slave to the phones and the internet.
No, they don't even do that because they can't see the phones and the internet anymore because that's already taken away. But they go, oh, these people want to come and live our life, but we're not letting them. You're the special ones.
Okay, yeah.
You
You're the chosen.
They're like out there in the wilderness. So yeah, but also, what else? I was about to say something, but I think I just completely lost my thought now. So there's something interesting about North Korea, which I was interested about, but oh well, guess we'll have to wait. Oh yeah, it's China that's 100% just like funding them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, and which I didn't really think about, because I was like, wait, yeah, like, because she made a pretty good point. She was just like, yeah, how do you think they get their oil?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And like,
it's because that's how China's creating allies before they take over the world. It's like that's how usually empires are built. You know, they feed off other places.
I reckon we could cop them, eh? I reckon just a couple left rights and China's gonna be gone, eh?
I don't know, man.
I reckon
because they have a billion trained soldiers.
Yeah, but big old Rusty down at the truck at the gas station at Servo. He'd take probably 3 of them.
10 of them.
You reckon?
Nah, mate, 10 of them.
Oh well, yeah. After a couple of beers, you might.
Might fucking smash fucking few emus off their head.
And honestly, from what I can remember, I know a lot of Chinese die from Nyash.
I mean, look.
I've heard it. I've heard that is the case.
That's crazy.
Big Nyash problem.
Maybe that's our way to defeat him if it ever comes down to like a war. Like we just like we
release the Nyash onto the streets.
We just like get like rooms and like just pictures full of Nyash, and that's the trap.
Yeah.
Like he'll walk into a room and he just see a poster of Nyash. He'll be like, "Oh, I need Nyash," and then like he'd just be like just straight to the floor, just wanking.
Yeah,
and then
loses all control.
You catch him, yeah, because like you said, instinct.
Yeah,
back to his animal instincts. If you come into a room full of Nyash,
you're just gone.
You're done.
Yeah. I think that's probably the worst case of what we do. So I think we'd cop him. We do all right.
We'll figure it out.
Also, like Kim Jong-un, apparently he's set to die soon. Apparently, like he lives like kind of like a party lifestyle.
Oh shit!
Apparently, like he drinks.
That's why he's friends with Rodman.
Apparently, he drinks like a lot. And like parties like every day and shit. So like honestly, low-key might hit up North Korea.
Look,
like, wait, Kim Jong-un,
what
you want to party, bro?
What else do you do when you're treated as a god and everybody in that place is usable and dispensable? So you're walking around the street and you see someone's wife and she's beautiful, and you just go, and she has to come and fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't want that, because there is still something about me personally where like, I want to be desired. I don't like the idea of just being like
God complex.
I don't like. It's even more so. I don't like the idea of just being able to be like that. I want you, come with me, because I kind of like the idea of her,
a challenge
of her. Yeah, of her that or a challenge, but like also kind of like I have to I have to work for it, but like not. She has to want to as well. At the same time, because it's kind of like if I was like that and she was like, damn, that cunt's gross, I'd be like, fuck.
But wouldn't you think a guy that's indoctrinated their
I'm not. I know. I understand
and
that.
Seen as a god, they'll be attracted, just like women are attracted to ugly celebrities, but just because he's like in a movie, it's like, oh my god, he's so hot.
I fully understand. He wouldn't have an issue with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's
maybe the guy will be happy that
he's insecure inside, bro.
He's like, oh God, he's fucked my wife. Now I will gain his powers.
What do you think Kim Jong-un is like in sex? Like, he's never on top. Hey, he's never on top. He's literally just laying. I reckon he's just laying there.
Oh yeah, probably.
He's not like. Why would he have to put in any effort?
If you were like, and if I was in his position,
he's definitely a DJ Khaled as well. He's not eating pussy. Kim Jong Un is the most like uneating pussy ass dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he wouldn't eat.
He's eating no one's pussy, bro. I don't respect that.
What if we're wrong? What if it's reversed? What if when you're in a
he's a giver?
No, but when you're in a life like that, you probably end up getting kinky and dirtier.
Nah.
You do.
Nah, dude, but like he'll just have more and more women.
They shower fucking but they shower them like.
Yeah, but again, it still won't be him putting in work. He'll want like the kinky shit, but he will still just be laying there. He's like over 300 pounds and he's like 5'5".
Yeah, but still,
he's like he can barely move, bro. He'd have a heart attack. He'd have a heart attack trying to do the shit we do.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying
he died from Nyash.
I'm saying he'd probably suffocate from eating Nyash.
Yeah. Don't eat that, Nyash.
Because he'd be like this, and he'd be like, "I don't want to go on you. You come on me."
But I reckon he is. Yeah, he's like I reckon the chick would probably leave and be like, "Wow, wasn't even that great," and she'd be like,
"Wasn't even godly."
Yeah,
like they promised.
Yeah, they like paint his dick like gold. Look at this.
Would you if you were like in that position? Would you ever like just like marry someone?
Nah. But
would there be a point? Maybe for some sort of like feeling of like security.
Not really. No, I wouldn't. I would just have women. I just have different women.
Woman.
Oogie booty.
Many woman. Why only one woman?
Me one woman. Two woman. Three woman.
Ooh, many woman.
But I was actually having this chat today, regarding like my I still have like ideas sometimes of still wanting to live like a French lifestyle, because like, I think people put too much value on sex, and like I think it's a bit like a bit long.
You want to be in open relationship?
Sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I don't. I think I could probably. I'm the type of person. I think
it would be fun for a while, but I think eventually when you want to settle down one person.
Yeah, but like I also imagine that's what it would be like for them as well. I feel like, you know, I can't. I'm not saying like in my 50s I'm going to be going out fucking people, like, you know, but like.
You're still allowed to.
Not even that. It's more. I think it would just be more of a mutual thing where like you just slowly stop doing it. But like for pleasure, you like. I think. I don't know. It's
maybe
like
it's more like you basically.
I haven't put these thought them through. It's just like my rough ideas.
I'm feeling like it gets to a point where you don't look for it anymore.
That's what I mean.
If it comes, you're still allowed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So it's like, for example, if you're like, I don't know.
If I'm 55 and this 22-year-old fucking 10 out of 10 comes up on me, look, I'm sorry,
you're the boss.
I'm risking it all.
You're the boss.
I'm risking everything I've worked for. I'm doing it. I'm out of there. Tell me 55-year-old me sees that 25-year-old pussy and doesn't go, oh, the days.
Look,
the days.
Do you know what? As soon as I see that, I go, wouldn't die for the Nyash.
Oh.
And then I look.
But I'm risking everything.
Yeah.
I'm risking the company. I'm risking the houses. The kids are fucking devastated.
Well, why would you? Why? That's not a risk because you're in an open relationship. Your kids would eventually.
No, I was saying if we're in a closed one.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that.
I know.
The point of this, you're this whole podcast. I've realized you've interrupted me a million times.
Yeah.
And you've also not listened to anything I've actually said because you just switched the topic. So this specific podcast, I've actually been the one to very much like just sit back and listen. But even when I've tried to speak, you've cut me off. And it started from the Drake thing, and I think because I said something that was right about the Drake thing, it's just really like it's really deteriorated you. Like
yeah, I'm fucking fuming. I'm just gonna cut you off at every situation now. No, you can speak for the next. You got 10 minutes.
No, actually, I wanted to ask you because you were going to mention on the pod something that happened to you today.
Oh, it was more so like just a weird fucking Nando's trip.
Okay, explain.
But yeah. So I went into Nando's, just standard mild chicken with some barbecue ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Had some ribs. It was just a hangover deluxe. Yep. It was beautiful. Some peri peri. They don't fucking salt or season the peri peri chips very well. They put them in a bag which is tall. And then they sprinkle a bit of peri peri on the top. Yeah, fucking stupid. You get to the bottom, you got no peri peri left, and the top bits are the fucking most peri peri things I've ever fucking tasted in my life.
That's why you got to get it on a plate. And then they eat,
but I'm not eating in that Nando's, and I'll tell you why right now. This is a part of the story. Because I go there, and I'm picking it up, and I put my order in. First of all, I get to the counter, and I swear the dude's on Zans.
Okay.
Dude's like tripped out. Like, dude's in 3 different places at once, and I'm already a bit taken off because I go to one counter and he just goes to the other one. I go to one counter and I'm the only person standing there. He goes to that one. He doesn't say anything to me, but like he goes to that one to starts tapping, and I'm like, okay, I'll move over there then. Okay, cool. All right, I'll move. All right, I guess that one doesn't work. Okay, doesn't work. So I order my shit, and like I'm talking to him, and I'm just like, yeah. So I had 8 barbecue ribs, and he's just turning around, and he's just like, and he's trying to fix something, but like he looks like he's like tripped out. And so he's like really just like listening, but like confused, and then he turns back and he goes, oh, so how many ribs? And I was just like, 8. Okay, and he goes, yeah, cool. And then I was just like, and then we finish, and I was just like, yeah, cool, thanks.
Was he working? Was he working alone?
No, there was like 5 people, 6 people.
Go on,
they had plenty of staff.
Okay.
And not many customers. No, it wasn't a busy day.
Okay.
But I came back, so I was just like, okay, whatever. And he asked me if I wanted to pay twice. And I was like, dude, this guy's really having a rough day. Maybe I'm like, he might have had a big night. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's still feeling.
He looked early 40s, late 30s. Like I don't know, I just don't know what was going on in his life. It was a deep concern to me, honestly. I was like, this guy, I do not know what's going on, but whatever. Anyway, I go to sit down, and all of a sudden, like, there's a lot of commotion going on in that kitchen. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, they are all looking confused. The only one person looks like he has any relative idea of what's going on in the place is the guy on the grill. Like, he's like saying, 2 chickens, and he chucks him. And I'm like, oh, this guy knows his shit. At least like, I trust him.
He's the boss.
I guess, but like. There was this girl that was just looking at the what seemed to be like the orders wall, and she was just looking at it like this,
I'm ditzy.
And for a good 2-3 minutes, she's just like looking at them, looking confused, looking back at the bags, and then going back up to her. I was like, she's not doing anything. I was like, why is she there? And I was like, this is like a commotion. This is like a TV show. And I was like, this should be on the set somewhere. Like this is just like a weird skit. And then I was just like, okay, this can't get much weirder. And then comes in this family of 3 people. Yeah. And like, do you know those? What the best way I can probably describe them is like a cat lady. Yeah. Like, you know what you can imagine what they're wearing, like a long pink coat sort of thing, and then like that, and it just looks a bit weird. And then she had a daughter that looked like a young cat girl.
Yeah, she was.
And it was like
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
And she was just like, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then the dad came in a full-on suit, tucked. Okay. And I was like, what's going? So Sunday midday, man's coming in dressed to the T. And I was at first very confused about this. I was like, why is this? Has he just come back from a business meeting? Maybe. He definitely didn't look like the type to have a very big business. Mm-hmm. I was mainly judging that on the car he was driving. Yeah. But I will take that judgment elsewhere because maybe he doesn't deserve it. Yeah. So I was like, wow. But then they ordered a huge amount of food, and they're like, oh yeah, we want to sit on this table. So like they've obviously planned something, and they're like, oh yeah, there's gonna be 8 people. So they get like 8 cups. It's like a big deal for them. I'm like, okay, cool. What's going on? And then the show of the different people that are coming through this door is unbelievable. They're like, oh, the rest are gonna be here in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and I just start seeing these clowns walking through, and it's like so many people like of different like weirdness is of like one dude.
Oh, just a collection of strange,
all chucked in at once. Fuck. And then I was like, wait, this guy's dressed up in his tux for this like family lunch.
Oh, because he's weird.
Yeah. And I'm like looking around, and I'm like, this is unbelievable.
They're like the cat lady is just like, she doesn't give a fuck, so she's dressed like.
Yeah.
And he gives a fuck.
He gives a fuck, bro. Extra. He gives so much of a fuck. Yeah. He cares about this. And then like you start seeing this like dude walking in, like the strange people walk where they're like
he walks like a video game character.
Like this was another dude that came in later. He was like striding in, and I was like, he was just dressed in like a green and white polo, some really like daggy like cargo pants, and like those big Asics. You know, those big. And I was like, he's really dressed up for the occasion. And he looks maybe early 20s. Okay. And I was like, okay, strange kid, whatever. But he fits in. And then like another cat lady walks in.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all doing it one by one as well. And I'm just like looking around like, this is like, this is unbelievable. Show, yeah. Then like the lady, the mum, like had a moan because like one of the glasses was dirty. And she was like having a moan to the ditzy girl.
Yeah.
And she just didn't understand, I don't think. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. And then I was very saddened because I got called by the ditzy girl and she was like, here. And I was just like, thank you. Hope you have a good day. Because I tried to be nice to her. And she didn't know how to react to that, and she just panicked. So she's like, yeah, cool. It like kind of dipped off. And I was like, what is going on? And I was actually sad to leave this place because I was like, I want to see. Yeah,
I want to see what this lunch is. Did you hear any of the conversation?
No, I couldn't because it was because to be fair, the ruckus that was going on behind the counter, unbelievable. Like they were it was going mental in there. No one knew what was going on. I felt bad for this one Asian dude who looked to be the server. He looked like he had his shit together and was like, these guys, like, I'm just here to serve.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them were just like, especially the dude on the counter and the ditzy girl, they weren't a good team. They were not a good team. They did not work well together. No chemistry.
They were probably both on Zans.
They might both have been on Zans. I was like, this is a double.
They're like, fuck this shift. Let's do some Zans.
And it was just unbelievable. They could have been on anything. If anything. I won't out where they are. It was just a Nando's somewhere. But then I was driving home and I was like, that was a really weird encounter. And I'm driving down and like, in the middle of like a busy street, like it's 2 lanes, and like one of those trees and like those things with trees in the middle, like those middle parts with trees in it.
Yep.
Seeing this girl climbing a tree.
You don't see that often, do you? Especially those trees
on a busy street.
Yeah. Was it a little girl or?
She was small.
How
but like,
old? I forgive.
In her 20s. In her 20s.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna forgive that.
Yeah.
I thought like I'll forgive like 12 and under.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be there if they're 12 and under.
Yeah, in the middle of the road. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, and but like
20-year-old.
I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing.
She's probably you know what it is. I reckon it was this, right? So, I reckon that the 2 people on Zans, on the Nando's, that was their friend from last night, and she's just waiting for their shift to end. So she's just climbing up in the shade.
They're done soon now. I'll just sit up here. Yeah. I need a good spot to chill. And like, after I drove past, I just sat in my car like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, I was hungover, and I was probably still feeling some of the effects of my last night. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I'm not like, this is Sunday, right? I was like, this is like, everything's like, is the world still going on? Like, I just felt like if everything else around the world was functioning the same way as everyone around me, I was like, it's a disaster. The world's falling apart. We're all dying. I was like, this is terrible. People are climbing trees. The fucking people don't know how to make chicken. Like, what is going on? And yeah, it was wild. And then I got home and I was like, I've had enough of the world, and I'm just gonna hide in my little cocoon.
Yeah, that's the best sometimes.
Oh, I was just like, people were freaking me. I called my mum. I was like, Mum, are you alive?
After a night of being very social and extroverted, and especially a big night of drinking, the next day I really try to cut down on my socializing. Unless it's a person that was with me the night before and I want to talk about the night. Yeah. That's the only time I really do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't want to see anyone.
Yeah, it's like...
I like being by myself after a big night of being with a lot of people. I don't think I'm that introverted. I think I just like that contrast.
Yeah, I think as well when you're out, I think it's always better just to chill by yourself. Especially like...
I'm not a fan of... I like afters if we're still all awake. I don't like afters if we all wake up the next day at the same place.
Fuck no. That's not even afters.
And then we're all chilling for the next day. It's let's not chill.
I'm not... Honestly, at that point, I'm like, I've seen your face enough right now. Like, it's just like, I need... So even sometimes seeing one person too many times, like, in the same, like, twice in a row, sometimes gets me a bit going,
yeah,
I don't have anything to say to you.
3 days in a row, like, you're lucky.
My thoughts, because it's more so for me. Like, I haven't had enough time to think about things to talk to you about.
Yeah,
like, you're making me come up with shit on the fly.
Yeah,
whereas normally I've like saved a couple of things. And I'm like, what's up? Yeah, we got this to talk about. Yeah, let's hash it out. Me and you, let's go.
And you are really your surroundings. So if you're only around one person all the time, you're only really getting their opinions and suggestions and their ideas, and that's kind of what you're really thinking of because you're having similar conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not.
Like sometimes, yeah.
Even if you are constantly talking about new things, it's still like regurgitated by one person.
Yeah.
And it's only one perspective of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever like just chatting to people? You like tell it. Like, that's why talking to new people is sometimes great because you can just tell old stories. Yeah. And you're like, oh, this person hasn't heard this.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, I don't know, they haven't.
You're fresh.
It is unbelievable. Yeah. They're gonna love it.
That's my issue though. I start blabbering and I keep telling him everything and I tell too much.
Do you reckon you can tell too much?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person,
girls,
I guess, right?
Girls, yeah, it depends on the person. Actually, girls and guys. Like, I was gonna just say it in girls as in like flirting matters, but also like just people in general. Like, I've been too outspoken and said weird shit, and people were put off by it.
Yeah.
And then later on, when they got to know me more, came to say, "Oh, I thought you were hell fucking weird because of this one thing that you said, but you're actually a cool guy." And then I was like, "Yeah, but just like." I can't help but like, you know what the thing is, sometimes is I find I'm the friend in almost every group that's always the most willing to be embarrassed and to go furthest.
Yeah. You generally are. Yeah.
I don't like, you know what, I'll say it here. Last night when we went out, I went into the toilet, and as I walk inside the toilet, I walk
the men's toilet at a club.
Okay, let me fucking finish my story. You know what? No, I don't even.
Place.
This is the reason this podcast is going nowhere, bro. You fucking legit didn't even let me get to my story. I didn't even get to the part where I was explaining anything.
I was just gonna say, this is all I was gonna say. It's a beautiful place. To make like,
and what effect did that add to my? At least if you're ad-libbing me, make it like say like make it like,
okay, continue.
You know, noises or something.
Continue.
Like
continue.
If I open the door, go.
Go.
You know.
Go.
Fucking hell. Anyways, I open the door.
So yeah, it's a really.
I open the door and I just see Jack on his knees just sucking three guys up and just like this. And I'm like, Jack, what are you doing? And he's like, bro, I swear to God, I thought
Get
this
out.
was... Bro, I'm not dying for the Nyash. This is the only way to reflect the Nyash. Nah. I go inside the toilet and there's fucking like at least 10, 15 guys in there. And I'm like, fuck, it's packed. And this guy turns around, looks at me like this, and goes, oh, bro, just piss in the bin. And I go, you said it to the wrong guy. And I legit just go up to the bin, and it's full of tissues. Like, it's packed with tissues. I'm legit fucking in the corner of the bathroom. I just flop my shit out. I start pissing. There's like 3-4 people looking at me. The guy that told me to do it really just like, it was so, he was like, when I looked at his face, he was so, his face was like shocked because like usually if someone was to say do that, you'd be like, oh, you know, nah, and then be like, nah, do it. And then you'd eventually get to it. As soon as he said it, I was like, you said it to the wrong person.
You're like, that sounds like fun.
I just started pissing in there, and there was this other guy who was staring at me like hell strangely, and I'm like, bro, I'm doing the same thing as everyone else is. I'm just not doing it in the right place, but I'm in the right vicinity. It's just like, do you know what it is? It's like
someone's got to clean that, bro.
It's like when you go piss. No, because all the tissues fucking soaked it up. And guess what? The guy, yeah, and you know what? Yeah. You know why? Do you know why I do these embarrassing things? For the sake of progression and bravery. Because as soon as I peed in that motherfucker, I was walking off. That guy that told me to do it did it.
Yeah, good on him, bro. I love that.
But he needed someone to step up, and I was that hero.
He needed the leader. You were the leader.
In that moment, I was that hero. And that's why I always cross the line with things. And that's why I always say things.
Fight with me, soldiers. I shall pee in this bin.
I shall pee in this bin first and be the father and pioneer.
I have christened the bin.
Bin pisser.
These fellow bin pissers.
That's going to be my name. Lord Bin Pisser. We welcome Lord Bin Pisser. Thank you.
So you're starting a revolution. I love how I reckon like now when we go around Perth nightclubs, like everyone's just pissing in bins. You've started a wave. But you're a wave creator. You're Kanye.
And I can do the other thing.
You're Kanye.
And I can hop on waves.
But you're
like
Kanye.
If I see someone piss in the sink, I'll do it too.
You're so like Kanye.
I'll do it too.
You're so Kanye, man.
I'm both.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, but Kanye does both.
Who would I say the artist that I feel like I'm most like?
Weird Al.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because his name is Yankovic, so he's probably some like descendant of some Slavic. Yeah.
I'm Ollie Murs.
Yeah. Nah, actually, me and you, Lonely Island, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we like.
Yeah.
I could look like Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
You could look like the other dude.
The other guy, I don't know.
No, we can be. No, we can actually.
I'm more of an Andy because my nose is as big as his.
We could both be the other two dudes that we like sports.
Yeah.
That we could be just those two dudes.
Okay.
Because So
I like that.
And I think you would still be the like. I don't know the names.
No, you're me. You're me. You are. We're Lonely Island, but I'm Justin Timberlake, and you're.
Oh, okay, yeah, Andy. Okay, yeah. I have a really good TV show.
I'm more of a Justin Timberlake, anyways.
Okay,
yeah, I do everything.
Yeah, like got real bad, like relationship problems, don't you? Like Justin Timberlake.
He did in his past, but he got over it.
Didn't he say some really interesting things?
He just exposed who he fucked, and he said it so openly.
Did he?
And people were not happy about that. Yeah, he just said I did this with her, and he said it in apparently a braggadocious way. See, it's like you're a celebrity and you're being interviewed constantly. You're gonna slip up, like you really are.
I'm just trying to see what he said.
At least turn your fucking noise shit off. I can't believe you actually leave your noise thing on.
I do.
That's actual disgusting.
I swear, like
that's
I swear, no. If you don't have that on, I swear you don't have like a lot of like sound, like in terms of like Instagram. Like if I'm on a story, I swear the sound doesn't work if that's turned off. Is that just me being a fucking idiot?
I think so.
Maybe
because I usually keep my phone silent and I hear.
It was Britney Spears. What did she say about Britney Spears?
I don't know, but they had a really weird relationship. Apparently, I don't really know too much in detail. I just know that two of my favorite songs of his are basically breakup songs that he made about Britney. So
I want to know what like was said because I remember like he said some really strange shit about her before, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. But I'm not gonna search it and find it because that would take a long time. What did you say? You said you were gonna mention something as well.
Yeah, I forgot. I've been trying to think about it this whole podcast. I was going to mention something. It had something to do with girls. And I just can't remember it now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been really trying to get it back this whole podcast, but...
I just kept interrupting.
I had it at the beginning and then you interrupted me and then I just kind of like lost it after that. So it's all right.
Yeah, now you're the local bin pisser.
It's the lost tapes, bro. They'll come back up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, they'll come. They'll come around. They'll come around.
It's like all the women in my life. They'll come around, I promise.
That's what you just keep telling yourself. You're like,
no, actually, most of the women in my life did always come back.
You plant the seed, and then like 2 years later,
yeah.
Maybe that's what you got to start doing.
Burn.
No, but maybe that's what you got to do.
Burn.
Is you just got to start hitting up like these, like I don't know, these low key models now.
Yeah, she just started her career.
Yeah, just hit them like a DM, like a
yeah.
Just slide in.
I'll be a manager.
Just do something like just send the dog emoji and be like, oh shit, he walked off. And just leave it as that, right? And then like
saying and that then like I'm a dog, as in like I need to roam, but I'll always come home.
Yeah. Like you just like kind of just like I'm off my leash.
Like I'm a loyal dog. I'm off my leash right now, but like
I'm loyal. If anyone's got a leash for me,
yeah, it's you.
I'm into that dominatrix shit, you know.
Oh, and then like no, I'd put like the dog emoji and then a heel, and then like someone's like bruised face saying like, I want you to treat me like a dog and step on.
I think it would be better if it's your face. You send a selfie of you just hit yourself in the face a couple times.
No. I'll just send a photo of my face and then I'll draw up saying like put heel here.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know the thing about these chairs is eventually I would just like slide down and I just have to keep fucking get myself back up. Yeah.
Apologies on that one.
Yeah.
I can't. Do you want me to
just think
get you a new chair? Like what would you like me to do for you, my friend?
It would be cool if you got new chairs and got rid of this big ass table that has actually nothing on it now.
It's my phone. Yeah, it's my phone carrier.
But if we had like just a mini table in between us two and a big chair,
it would work.
And big chairs like those, you know the ones at my house.
Yeah.
Those ones that have that like backing.
Yeah. I know the style. Yeah. I had
like
one.
Those.
I had one. I think I don't know actually where it went. I was actually going to say to you, I've got
a question.
It's not a question, but it was something that kind of blew my mind about math, which was weird. All right, well, it's not even math. It's just actually like just how I developed. I don't know if it's how developed how we've done this, but if you're to stand essentially in England, the BBC radio station like dings for every like hour.
Okay.
So like essentially, and so does Big Ben at 12. So if you're to stand directly under Big Ben with the radio on, you'll hear the ding on BBC slightly before it hits you in real life. Because that's how quickly it transmits.
Oh wow!
Like it transmits through our radio signals, like to the studio and to like our radio quicker than that sound takes to travel to your ear.
Okay,
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Wait, what? It's not noticeable. Because it's so.
I'm gonna sound so stupid here, but isn't sound faster than light?
No, light's faster.
No, because they break through the sound barrier first, and then okay. See, there you go. I already sounded stupid. It's fine.
Yeah, I like see, how you figured it out for yourself.
I'm the leader. I'm the leader of embarrassing myself, making mistakes. That's why I realized I'm great at that. I'm great at adapting through failure and embarrassment.
Yeah, you look for it. In fact, because you know the obstacle is the way.
Yes,
that's the golden rule.
It's the obstacle of, realistically speaking, putting yourself in embarrassing situations is almost like hijacking your ego by like almost telling your pride to like humbling yourself, and like you're humbling your pride.
I don't think it depends really, because I think it depends on the people you're with.
No, because their reaction doesn't matter. At the point I am in my life is when I embarrass myself, if I find it funny and no one else does and they all find it weird, I don't care. Because in my head, that embarrassment was a progression for my own soul, where it's like, wow, I let go of another thing that I felt was.
But if you get a laugh, say for is it a bit different? Say for example, when you get a laugh from people, versus when you're around a bunch of fucking squares, and they're just like, what the fuck? It's still different. Like, as much as you can still be happy, with yourself.
Obviously.
That's more so that I was saying.
When people fucking clap at you when you do something like amazing, is probably a more euphoric.
Is that what you want us to do next time? Next time you say something funny, you want everyone to say,
after my jokes, I want people to like do like an encore where they're like, another joke.
Go again.
Do it again.
Oh my god. Do it again, but like in a different accent.
That is my actual one skill.
I think it is, but I think it doesn't matter really, because those weirdos, when you're around them, it's like, it doesn't matter anyway, because I think I find value in people doing that, being kind of like out there with that kind of shit. And it's very rare for someone to do something strange in terms of like when you can clearly see something for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because normally you can tell if people are trying to make someone laugh. Yeah. Because that's what you will do. That's what you are doing most of the time. Yeah. You're not just saying something embarrassing to be like, I haven't been laid in 3 years. Yeah. You don't do that because that's the truth.
I come at the right time. Yeah. I come at the right time.
Yeah, you don't lie about yourself in a negative way. No, you're just telling your truths.
I'll degrade myself in the right times.
But in an honest way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you're just telling the honest truth.
I'm not gonna be like, no fucking, my life's so terrible.
No one loves me. No girls ever want to touch me, man.
Then I'd be lying.
Yeah. I actually saw like a TikTok earlier about like this girl like pretending to be like a pick me boy.
Okay.
Which I think I explained to you what a pick me girl was before, but pick me boy as well. I didn't know they really existed too much, and I was interested to like wonder like what those dates would be like, because like she was describing it as him like being like, do you want to listen to my music, and then being like putting on some songs and like him just being like, this song's shit. Oh, this is a bad decision. I'm fucking. Yeah. And I was like, does that actually happen? Do people like that?
Yeah, I'd say.
Or is that just extremes? I don't know.
I've had an anxious moment where I've reacted like that, but I don't exactly remember from what. But I can. A part of me can sense that I've had a situation.
You've had a mare. You've picked the wrong song.
No. I cared too much for what I fantasized prior to the situation, if you know what I mean. I had constructed a whole idea plan by plan for what was going to go down with me and this girl. And when everything was going to plan and one thing fucked up and it was like, fuck. Like,
can you tell the story?
I don't remember what it was.
Oh.
But I know, I can remember
was
the
it like
situation.
was it a first
I don't
date?
remember what.
What was it? Because that's a lot of effort to put into a first date. My first date's very minimal effort normally.
It wasn't a first date. It was something else. Oh, it was lead up to me fucking her for the first time.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I can understand that.
And all the steps went well except for one. And it was one that was out of my control.
Yeah.
And I felt like everything else was about to crumble now just because of that. And usually never crumbles just because one thing goes wrong.
Yeah. Normally actually sometimes works out better.
It was really more so the breaking of the momentum that destroyed me. Was like it's, you're way more hurt when everything's going right and then something falls to shit than when everything's going to shit. Then you're like, well, everything's always shit.
Yeah.
But if it was like, wow, everything, and I think the other thing that destroyed me was the fact that the prior enforcement of my fantasy was like, wow, like, oh my God, like everything that I imagined in my head the night before is happening right now. And you know how like when something like that happens, it's like, what the fuck? Like, am I like...
Yeah. I kind of don't think about it.
Either you feel so like magical that you're like, wow, everything's going my way, or you feel in full control. Like you feel like, wow, like I'm dictating how my life goes.
Yeah, okay.
And that's such an overpowering feeling.
Yeah.
And then when that crashes, it's just the ego crumbling, being like, fuck, like I almost had... It's just like anything else when you almost have it perfect, but it's not fucking perfect.
Yeah, and you just gotta you've got to tweak one thing or yeah. I get what you mean. I was about to say as well, like with first dates, I was about to say, but then I think I've kind of gone back on my thought of it. I think that it has to be like a fun thing, but not
what
too serious.
What? I just wanted to interrupt you once just to piss you off.
But you didn't. I wasn't in the flow. You needed to wait until I was in the flow of things.
You're never in the flow of things, bro.
Sorry, but anyway, I think it has to. Yeah.
You got no flow.
But I'm cute, you know. Like puddles are kind of cute.
Puddles are cute.
You know, like puddles are cute. Like
and
like the ocean isn't cute. Like, you know,
yeah,
it's
not
like
really.
Scary, if anything.
Scary,
yeah, like I'm a
ocean
cute puddle.
is like a big bitch.
I'm like.
Ocean is like a 300.
You'd want to cuddle. You'd want to cuddle me. Like you wouldn't want to cuddle the ocean.
Yeah, you're like a cute petite girl.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
A lake is like a long woman. Like she's fine. Like,
yeah, but she's a bit tall.
She
maybe a
point.
Like a bit of a like pointy.
No, a river would be. A river would be.
Yeah, the lake is the dream, mate. The lake is lake's a dream girl. Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, lake's like ooh.
A swamp is like one of those girls that's like
girls?
trash. No. She's
get out me swamp.
Big, but she's trashy. She's like the dirty hot.
No, it's not.
Swamps aren't that. Oh,
you don't want to go in a swamp, bro. You don't want to go in a swamp.
Sometimes you do.
No, you don't.
Just like with
you don't.
Okay, all right. Then why is it the truth that some of the girls that like the girls that live some of the unhealthier lives, as in like don't eat that great and like don't really exercise, have seemed to have the better tasting vaginas?
I've not noticed it.
I have.
Really? Interesting. I think that's
just like that thing where it's like girls that are like crazy.
Do you reckon they care more about their pussy hygiene? They're like, I may not have the body or like the like, you know.
It's not about body. It's more just like
surely
someone
that eats.
The lack of.
Surely someone who has a really bad lifestyle isn't going to be.
Like more of a drinker and like eats whatever, doesn't give a fuck. Like usually those girls have tasted better for some reason.
100%. They always will though. I think those people care more about like that, about fucking.
Yeah, I guess it could be that.
Because I think the girls that are that aren't like big party goers and like aren't like the heavy lifestyle people.
Yeah.
I don't think they care too much about they don't care about fucking that much as much as those people do. Because I think party lifestyles and fucking are like mixed. Like it's a very similar thing. So it's like, I think people that aren't into it really going out heaps probably don't like care to fuck that often. Their sex drive is probably a tiny bit lower. I don't
think that's true because I think there's various ways.
I'd say there's a correlation. I don't think it's obviously true. There's obviously going to be cases where it's not. Yeah. But I think there'd be a correlation with like those people having higher sex drives. Yeah. And they'd be more willing to just fucking do anything. Yeah. And be like, you're more likely to be like, to find two people fucking in the club toilets than you are at the library. Yeah. Like it's it might happen. And in fact, the library might be hotter. If that's what you planned out for the afternoon. Yeah. But and like, if she's in a librarian like kind of costume, maybe if she's looking like a lake,
I'm into.
I might have to get wet.
I might have to dive in.
I might have to go dip my toes in.
Have to dive in.
Yeah, because you can have because you can still have like murky lakes.
Yeah.
And like like dirty lakes, and it's like ugh.
Yeah, dirty lake.
Dirty lake.
She a dirty lake.
Oh, is she a dirty lake? Yeah. Should we end it on dirty lakes?
Yeah, before we end it, we've got to give our Sunday selection.
Oh, shit, yeah, boy. Shit, we didn't do it last week.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm trying to bring it back.
Second time, I mean, we were just like...
It's alright, as long as we make it a fucking habit eventually.
Mine, I actually probably will give it to the song I listened to the most. It would have been last week. It would have been my award last week. And I would have listened to it a lot this week, but I wouldn't have a standout this week, I don't think. Mm-hmm. Whereas last week I definitely did. Mine is Mozambique by Getz.
Okay.
Mozambique. Shooter's got.
I think it's Can't Stop Me by Reggie.
Yeah, tune.
I've been listening to that like for the past 3 days, like just like constantly.
Like the most Andre-esque person.
Yeah,
or sounding
I love
person.
him.
He's very Andre voice.
He's dope.
It's like that Atlanta kind of style.
Yeah, and like, that like croaky almost, but like.
Yeah, like those type of like.
I love those voices.
It's like it's a very Anderson .Paak-esque, not in terms of who he sounds, but like has like that uniqueness to it.
Because like Anderson's is very like almost like cigarette-y, like.
Yeah, like he's just smoked a whole pack.
Yeah. And maybe he hasn't. You never know. Yeah. But anyways, thanks for listening once again. We'll be back again.
Peace.
And peace.
Dirty Lakes.